Dawn cracks over the Susquehanna River, July 2025. America's energy map? Torched. Microsoft just signed the deal. Resurrect 3 Mile Island. Yeah, that meltdown ghost town. Not to juice Pennsylvania homes, to feed AI's black hole appetite. This ain't a glitch, it's the flare gun for war.
For decades, data centers were boring but necessary warehouses for the internet. Today, they are the engine room of the global economy, and they are running out of power. To understand the magnitude of this shift, we need to look at the numbers. In 2024, global data centers consumed roughly 460 terawatt-hours of electricity. According to market intelligence from 451 Research released in November 2025, that number is on track to more than double, exceeding 945 terawatt-hours by 2030. That is not just a gradual increase, it is a vertical wall of demand.
The driving force here is the explosive growth of artificial intelligence. Training a single large language model requires an ocean of electricity. But there is a problem. The current power grid, which relies heavily on fossil fuels and increasingly intermittent renewable energy, cannot handle the load. AI models do not sleep, they do not take breaks when the wind stops blowing or the sun sets. They require what energy experts call firm power, electricity that is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without interruption. This reliability crisis has forced the world's largest technology companies to change their strategy entirely. They are no longer just buying power from utility companies, they are becoming utility companies.
The dossier on this transition reveals a fascinating trend called vertical integration. Just as Amazon built its own delivery network to avoid relying on the post office, hyperscalers like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are now building their own power plants to bypass congested public power grids. This brings us back to the nuclear renaissance. The restart of 3 Mile Island is just one piece of a larger puzzle. In July 2025, industry analysts at Energy Intel highlighted a massive pivot toward nuclear energy. Tech giants are pouring billions into small modular reactors known as SMRs. Unlike traditional massive nuclear plants, these are smaller, factory-built reactors that can be deployed faster and more flexibly. But the strategy is not uniform across the globe. While the United States pushes for raw nuclear horsepower, Europe is taking a different path, driven by strict regulation.
In May 2024, the European Union enacted the Energy Efficiency Directive. This law mandates rigorous reporting on how efficiently data centers use energy. As a result, we are seeing a geographic split. In the crowded markets of Frankfurt, London, Amsterdam, and Paris, grid congestion is making expansion difficult and expensive. Consequently, the industry is looking north. A distinct green migration is underway toward the Nordic countries. In October 2025, a partnership involving Swedish nuclear technology firm Studsvik announced a new project to build ultra-efficient data centers powered by small nuclear reactors. These facilities in Sweden and Finland offer a dual benefit. They have access to carbon-free power, and the colder climate provides natural cooling, which drastically reduces energy waste. Speaking of waste, the physical infrastructure of the internet is also undergoing a retrofit. For years, we cooled servers simply by blowing cold air on them. That era is ending. The new generation of AI chips runs so hot that air cooling is physically insufficient. Markets and Markets, a forecasting firm, projects that the industry for liquid cooling, literally piping coolant directly to the computer chips, will grow at over 20% annually, reaching nearly $18 billion by 2030. So, where does this leave us? We are witnessing the decoupling of big tech from the public power grid. When Google signed a massive 1 gigawatt renewable energy deal with Total Energies in November 2025, it reinforced a new reality. These companies are securing their own energy supply chains, from wind farms in Europe to nuclear reactors in Pennsylvania.
The implications are profound. By 2027, we expect an equilibrium where technology companies operate as energy-as-a-service providers. They will control generation, storage, and consumption. They will not just be users of the grid, they will be stabilizers of it, balancing their massive loads against their own private power plants. As we look toward the end of the decade, the most critical metric to watch is not the speed of the processors, but the firmness of the power. The companies that secure reliable, zero-carbon electricity will dominate the AI age. Those that rely on the aging public grid may find themselves left in the dark. You are listening to Zero Noise. We apply intelligence tools to global data, cutting through the chaos to bring you verifiable narrative intelligence. Like and subscribe to the channel. Ready for the next dossier?
But securing the power grid is only half the battle. The other half is paying for it. Our intelligence indicates a massive discrepancy in the ledger. While big tech is on track to spend over $1 trillion on this infrastructure by 2030, the actual revenue from AI software is currently hovering at less than 3% of that investment. This is the classic game theory prisoner's dilemma. Companies are forced to overinvest to avoid death, risking a collective financial collapse. The physical grid is bending, but the financial grid is about to break. We are looking at a 2026 correction that could wipe out billions. In the next Zero Noise dossier, we expose the AI financial suicide pact. We will analyze the $400 billion capital expenditure bubble and tell you exactly when the pop is coming. Subscribe and turn on notifications. You do not want to be on the wrong side of this trade. This is Zero Noise. End transmission.